Hello guys, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So hope you people have received case study file what Abhijit has shared with you.
Yes, sir.
So have you tried it to run?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to run anything or getting some error?
No, sir. No error.
So you are able to run it, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Good, very good. So hope all of you are able to run that code. So we'll walk you through that code and then if you have any doubt you can ask. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So how many of you know how to open Spider project? Anyone have any doubt or shall I start explaining code? So you have to communicate actually, you have to tell me. Kunal Kumar, can you share your screen and explain me code? Mohit Sharma,
Yes, sir.
are you able to hear me? So have you downloaded that case study file?
No, sir.
Why? You're
Sorry, sir.
supposed to do it, no?
Yes, sir.
So how many of you have not downloaded this still? I will ask everyone. See, if you do like this, you will not understand anything and that this semester also will be waste for you. Rajnikant, can you share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Hey Rajnikant, are you able to hear me?
So can you see my screen?
No, I cannot see screen. Hey Rajnikant, are you in meeting?
Hello.
Yeah, I cannot see your screen, Abhishek. Other can see his screen?
No, sir.
Okay. Harshit Agarwal,
Sir, I've joined through mobile due to some connectivity issues.
okay. So do you have laptop?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good to have good connection actually, but then only you will learn. Mobile
Yes,
actually
sir.
you
Next
cannot,
time I'll try to. Next
yeah,
class I'll
mobile you
try
cannot
to.
see it properly.
Yes, sir. Next class I'll try to connect with the laptop.
Nabeen, what is your status?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, right now I am at my office, sir. I am not using laptop.
Satendra,
Yes, sir.
tell me what is your status? Where are you now?
Sir, I have downloaded the file and currently in my laptop. And I
Yes.
am, yes. So I can show you the laptop screen through mobile because I'm on mobile. I cannot log in into the laptop because it's official laptop.
So, what is the problem actually? Why you people are not able to log in it through laptop?
In
That is bad
official
actually.
laptops, sir, they don't allow the administrator, IT administrator means there is already official ID signed in the Teams. So the other ID cannot be signed. That's some data privacy policy.
Okay.
If
So
you
who?
want, I can share through camera.
Okay. So who can explain me code? Anyone voluntarily can open, share his screen and explain me code? Or shall I do it and you people enjoy? What do you want? Really, do you people want to learn this subject, or just because it is in curriculum you are just attending this course?
Sir, this is Rajnikant. I have shared
Want
my
to?
screen.
Pardon?
I have shared my screen, but I don't know what is the problem.
I cannot see screen actually. So I will share my screen and then we'll walk through this code. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you don't understand, you have to ask question. I cannot go always and ask you for asking question. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you have to ask me. I don't have to ask you to ask question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. Avnish, sir. I have problem, sir, opening the code. Should I share my screen, sir?
Yes. Do you want to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I share. No. Very good.
Usually.
I cannot able to see screen. I'm not able to see screen. Are you able? Are you
Now, sir.
sharing something?
Sir,
Yes, something
now,
is
now
coming.
you,
So Rajnikant finally able to open this. Very good, Rajni.
Sir, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can able to see your screen. So I hope all of you are able to run this code, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So Rajnikant, you explain your this code to your whatever you explain this code to your
colleagues.
colleagues. Yes, Rajnikant. Please go ahead.
First,
You just
code,
zoom it. I cannot see anything.
sir. Sir, how to zoom it?
So you control plus plus if you do now it will be just put control.
Sir, is it okay now?
Control plus slightly more. Yeah, this is nice actually. Yes. Can you enlarge screen so that we can see properly? Can you maximize this screen? Do one thing. Close this project left hand side thing. Close project explorer. Yes, very good. Now you explain to your colleague.
Sir, code fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. We are in sixth. We are defining data file. Then in seventh, we are defining file path for API. And then eighth, we are defining file path for result. Then we are importing some libraries like Panda, NumPy, SK model selection, sklearn pre-processing, and others. Then after that, in column 27, we are calling the file. We are reading file with the code read underscore CSV. Then in the code in the row number 38, we are just trying to find the informations with the data.info. Then in the row number 40, we are trying to find out the null value, if any.
Very good, Rajnikant. Very good. I will explain actually. Okay, very good try.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I will explain now so other can also understand.
Okay, sir.
Okay, very good. You just stop sharing. I will share my screen. Just wait, I have closed my spider actually. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So we'll go through it. I've just stopped running this. So actually line number 5, line number 3, we are just importing. I am hearing my echo actually. I don't know how. Just wait for a minute. Can you allow Bir Pratap to come inside? He's trying for a long time.
Sir, I have already allowed him. There's some glitch here that is showing. I have downloaded the attendance list where he is there present, sir. I am allowing, means action field there's written and still he is in the lobby. I have already allowed, sir.
Okay. Just wait for another 1 or 2 minutes. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. I'm not hearing my echo now. We'll move. So line number 3 says that you import OS. So it will interface your operating system with Python. Another is you have to provide the path of your API data and result. So whatever folder you have created, you have to locate it. So API contain your code .py file. Data will contain Excel CSV or whatever it data you want to save it. Save it in data file, and result will contain result. Okay. So if you want to save anything, you just save it in result folder. Okay. So line number 10, you are importing pandas. So that can be used for data manipulation, to load data in tabular format, and another is NumPy. So if you want to do some scientific calculation, you can use NumPy. And then so data we have to split it in train test split, so you have to import this module also. And another is standard scaler, so we are going to scale our data, so you need to import this module also. Another is some metric to see the accuracy of our model, so that is mean square error. We are going to see what is the RMSE, root mean square error. Okay, and this is our model actually, random forest regressor. So we are going to solve a regression problem, so we have to load random forest regressor. And pp print is just like a print, but it is a nicer way to print the output. And scalar model select randomized search CB. So random forest have lots of hyperparameter. If you remember our class, so there are hyperparameters. We have talked about numbers of tree in forest, correct? And then we also have talked about the bagging. We also have talked about feature selection approach. So that there are so lots of hyperparameter associated with random forest. We'll go and see. So if you want to go and tune one by one, it will take lots of time. To reduce time, we are going to use random search CB. So what we are going to do is, we are giving like choice of our number of estimated, like how many trees do you want to have it in forest, and what is the feature selection approach. Okay, then whether we need bagging or not. So lots of hyperparameter we will give one time, and model will go randomly choose out of this hyperparameter and train model, and then it will also return the best performing model. We'll call that optimal model. Okay, understanding all? If you don't understand, you have to ask me. And then Seaborn we are importing. So this is a tool for data visualization. So stats based visualization we do it in Seaborn. So Seaborn is built on top of Matplotlib. So Matplotlib is like something like grandfather of all plotting, different plotting API you are seeing nowadays in Python. So Seaborn is also built on top of Matplotlib, but it is easier actually if you want to see some nicer plot, if you want to have density plot, if you want to have some what you called if you want to see how the features are varying with output, all this plot easily you can plot either using Seaborn or Matplot also you can able to do it. We are going to use here Seaborn. You can same thing you can also do it in Matplot. So we are also importing Matplot. If we need, we'll use it. Okay, so all library you have to import it. So whichever library, if you think that your project required, you have to first install it and then import it into your editor. Okay, then only you can able to use it. Otherwise, it will make complaint that this library is not available. So in Anaconda, they are giving lots of library. So it is like a bouquet. You have all sorts of library, mostly related with machine learning. You will get it here. Other thing, you have to, if something new, if you want to try it out, you have to install it in command prompt, through command prompt, and then you can just import it and use it. So what I will do is I will just run it and then just cancel this. So first thing is you have to import your data. So data is in CSV format. So we have to do like pandas dot read CSV. So pandas, we are just giving a shortcut name PD. Okay. So what we are saying, that import panda library as PD. Okay. So basically we are saying that Panda, just load whatever functionality that Panda has, just load it as a PD. Okay. Otherwise, you have to write panda.readcsv. Now we are adding pd.readcsv. Okay. And you have to give data path and then file name. So I told you now, if you write your code this way, and if you distribute your code to your friend, they are able to run it. Otherwise, if you hard code it, then it will be difficult. Then that guy, another guy has to go and change the path and all. But now, since I have distributed to you people are able to run this. So try to make a generalized code so that if you distribute it to your colleague or someone, they are able to run this code. Okay. So we have data we have loaded here or imported here. Then if we want to get the information about the data, what type of data it have, like whether data have a string or how many features, or like float, how many of them are integer type, how many of them are string. So you can go and get this will give you quick information about your data. They will give you column name along with how much data, how much entry do you have. So you can see they are saying you have 1436 entries. Okay. And out of 4600 entries, how many of them are field value, means how many them are field value, and if you subtract from the data length, you will get how many missing value you have across the column. Understanding? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood
Yes,
up to
sir.
this?
Yes, sir.
If you don't understand, let me know. Okay, I will stop and tell you. This is, so you got information about things. Then we are going to get the null values. So how many features have missing values, and what are the count. If you want to get this information, you can get it here. Okay. Same information you can get it here from this also. So you will just see age having 1336 field values. So 1436 minus 1336 will give you how many missing values have. So you will get age have 100 missing values. Okay. So as I told you that if you have numerical values, you can fill with, so you can use your domain also to fill that values. Otherwise, you can use statistical approach to fill that values. So I'm not going to use domain. So it may be domain person will tell you, okay, if these are the things, what will be the appropriate value to fill that particular column's missing values. Okay. But since we don't have exposure to get that, what we are going to do, we are going to use a statistical approach to fill that values. So one way to do it for numerical, if it is float values or numerical feature with numeric, then we will use mean or median. Here we are using mean. And if it is categorical variable like the string, we'll use mode to do it. So age will filled with the mean values, and fuel type and matte color we have filled with the mode. Okay, and then also you can check whether you have done operation successful or not. So you can now see that we don't have now any missing value present across the column. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will give you task also actually. Today I will give you task, interesting task. You have to present it on Monday.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So data. So I made just a copy of data. That's all. This is the way to make a copy. Copy.deep copy of data. It will create a copy of your data. And then what it is doing here, so we have this what you call the categorical variables string present in the column. We are now converting into numeric values, and we are going to use pandas API or panda method actually, that is pd.getDummies. What it will do is it will take column which having categorical variables and create a binary features for that particular column. So we have discussed, so we have three in fuel type. We have three different types of entries like diesel, whether a car is diesel or petrol or CNG. So what it does, it will go and create three column, and then out of three column, what we have discussed, the one column is redundant, just you drop that column. So because we don't want to give additional burden, so we'll just drop, because that information anyway you will get it from these two column, fuel type diesel and fuel type petrol. If CNG is there, then fuel type diesel will be 0, fuel type petrol will be 0. So you will get that car is nothing but CNG. Understood?
Yes, sir.
I am not showing it because already we have discussed it in last class. Okay. So if you run this code, what you will get? So you will get additional two feature in our fuel type diesel and fuel type petrol. So additional two feature created. Mohit Kumar, are you understanding? Mohit ji. Okay. So Mohit is not responding. I don't know where he went. Okay, so another thing is feature. So this data set contain feature along with target variable. So you have to separate out features and target. So what we are doing is we are creating a list of features. Okay, so if you just run this, so what you will get, a list which contain name of the column. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
And then you also have to tell which column represent your target variable. So target is nothing but your price, and we also have created a list. So I am saying you created like list of this. You don't have to do like this. If you are doing like this, you just do this. Target is equal to price. So this is also a list actually. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now we will go and visualize data. So first step of modeling is you have to visualize. Oh. गेट बंद करो, गेट बंद कीजिए. Sorry boss, there are lots of kids here. Okay, first things you have to do is you have to visualize your data and see what inference you are getting it from the data. Okay, are you able to make inference or not? So first, so you just do it. This is the way to get the plot. I will explain this plot. Can you see this plot? So first say that price versus price. So does not mean, that's why, so if you plot price versus price, that is nothing but a straight line, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Another plot say that how that price vary with age of that car. So what we can see, with increase in age, that price are now decreasing.
Decreasing.
So you can fit a straight line also. Can you fit a straight line? I think if you fit a straight line, this will also work. No issue actually. So even a linear model, I think you can able to map this. And what about the kilometer with the price? What inference you can get? This also seems like when you increase your kilometer, when you drive your car more, that price will go down. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And what about HP? Horsepower. So it says that more than 100 HP. So it vary all over the place actually. So you cannot infer anything from out of it. So one thing you can say, more than 150 HP, there are few data point, and that seems to be have higher price. So more horsepower has to pay more actually. Correct.
Mm.
Can you
Yes.
infer from this?
Only.
What about matte color, metallic color? So whether it is metallic color or not, does not, you cannot infer it that metallic color have significantly vary with the price actually. So for both actually, whether it is metallic color or not, you can see price are varying from 0 to or whatever minimum you have, minimum to maximum. Correct. So then you cannot infer much from this. Similar with automatic, whether it is automatic or not. So it say if it is not automatic, some of the data points have on higher side compared to if it is automatic. Okay. So for CC, for CC actually, obviously you have to pay more price. More CC, more price you have to pay.
But sir, how we can infer that? Because
See
data
from
is
2000 actually, for 2000 CC, price go from lower to upper actually, but for lower CC, see we have price at very low range actually, less than, up to less than, it may be 15,000. Correct.
so can we infer that in higher CC we have higher variation of price instead of
We
that
have
fixed price is
variation
it?
actually, we have
Yeah.
variation, but yes, with CC you can say a higher price, you have to pay higher price actually.
Okay.
After some time, see, after some time, that price are constant for others actually, but for 2000 you see that price are going up. But
Yeah.
really we cannot infer it like with increase in CC you have to pay more.
Yes.
Okay. But yes, some inference you can get. Some cars, if you have higher CC values, resale values will be more. It may be. See, this is not a univariate problem. This is a multivariate problem. So now what we are looking is in only unit variation. We are seeing a feature with respect to only one feature with respect to the price. But there are the way it designed it, the price is influenced by many more features. But what we are trying to understand it individually how that feature is looking with price, how that price are correlated with features. Okay, or
Okay.
price varies with features. Okay, so you can infer with weight actually. What you can say with weight?
Weight also
wait
This
more.
clustered at
more than
Yes, sir.
1400, the price is too high.
Okay, so it may be those car have higher CC values or higher HP. I don't know why this weight varies with price. Or bulky car have it may be bulky car have higher price. I don't know. Correct.
But
It is
then we
correct.
can infer that most of the car are within 1000 to 1200.
Yeah, you people are mechanical engineer. Tell me exactly what does it mean? What that weight variation with price? What does it mean actually? And what we can infer it from this?
So the smaller car and bigger car size. Maruti 800 versus the higher.
I think, sir, it may
sir,
create
weight
more
is more
cost.
means heavy utility vehicle.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, you people have understood, na? So that and all we can see it from the univariate analysis. Okay. So we'll go and try to build a model. So one more thing I just want to say, one another step what you have to do is correlation analysis. Since random forest does not care about all this correlation business, so we are not doing it here. But what you have, let's say if you are building a regression model, simple regression, linear regression model, what you have to do, you also have to check correlation. So it will tell how this output is correlated with the feature, and also it will say how the features are correlated with other feature. So if two features are like highly correlated, you have to drop one feature. So it only means that another feature is the redundant feature. So which one you will drop? That is the question actually. So one simple method is just look which is more correlated with output. You keep that feature, other you just drop it. Same way, if you are making some non-linear model, then you and if you have to drop redundant feature, you just do trial and error. You just keep a feature and build a model and see accuracy or your inaccuracy, and then you just change feature and see. So whichever gives good accuracy, you keep that feature, other you just drop it. But for random forest, this is very versatile model. We don't have to care all this thing actually. Even you don't have to scale your feature to build a random forest model. That's why I told you this is the very appreciated model in machine learning. Okay, if you don't know anything, you just put random forest. But you should know exactly how to train random forest, because often you will find that model is overfitting. Okay, this is experience actually. I'm just sharing with you. When we do SBM, SBR model, I will tell you scaling actually. You can change even different scaling method and see what are the impact in model. So this and all inference analysis you have to do it and see, then only you will understand exactly which method you have to select, when you have to select which method, all the thing you'll come to know. Okay,
Okay, sir.
shall we
Okay,
move?
sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
okay, so what we till now we have got some idea actually how that output is varying with the feature, and now we are going to move toward our main task, which is model building. So for model building, what you have to do, you have to get first x and y data. So x is going to be a matrix, it is a multivariate problem. Okay, so x is going to be a matrix and y is also going y is going to be an array actually. So or you can say this is a single column actually. So there are two type of multivariate problem. One is MISO type, multi-input and single output. Multi-input, single output, and MIMO is multi-output, multi-input. Okay. So we are going to solve a MISO type of problem. This is also a multivariate problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
X equal to data.log. I think this you know exactly how to get the x and y values from your previous Python class. Okay,
Yes, sir.
data.log
Yes,
column,
sir.
and you give feature dot values. It will give you an array actually, which contain all of your feature actually. Okay, you can see that you got this array. Similarly, okay, tell me actually if let's say I want to get uh, let's say if I want to get as a data frame, how I will do, what I will do. Let's say x is an array now. If I want to have x as a data frame, what I have to do? Can anyone tell? Hmm?
Sir, we will drop target for X and we will use target for Y.
Can you see now? X is now a data frame actually. Okay. So basically what I am doing is you just take a data is nothing a data frame, and then slice based on the feature. You slide that data frame based on the feature. Based on the feature which is list actually. So you pass this as a list, you will get a x which is a data frame. Here x in this line number 84, x is a, what is x? X is an array actually. Line number 87, x is a data frame. I just removed it. Okay, just for your knowledge. So we have this. Just a minute. Then what we have to do? We have to divide our data set into training and test data. So training data will go for training our model, to train our model or to build our model, and test data will go to test our model. Once we say that okay, our model is now ready, we'll test our model with the unseen data. So that is going to be a test data. So and x train test split method already imported. X is our features, y is our target, test size is how much data do you want for the testing actually. So 0.3 means 30% of data we want it in test data, and 70% means 70% data is go for training, 30% data will go for testing, and random is stated if you, so it will fix the way it split the data. Okay, if you don't mention what will be the random state, what it will do, every time it will go and randomly split the data, so you cannot reproduce your result. So whatever you see it now, once you run the code, entire things will entirely change because your sampling has changed. You have not fixed random seed. Okay, so you have to fix this. No one knows actually what number they have to fix. So basically here you can fix any number, any integer. You can fix 0, you can fix 100, 1000, whatever. Based on that, it will go and split the data, and that data will go for model training and testing. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hope so. I think this thing you have used past class also. So okay,
Yes,
so before modeling, actually what we want to do is we want to create a baseline actually in your organization. Also, if you want to do some improvement, so first you will create a baseline exactly what is now existing, and if we are doing something, if we are making some changes, what improvement I will get. Correct? You also do same thing.
Yes, sir.
So here also we are going to do same. First we'll create a base predictor actually. Okay, what will be, okay, last time also I have given you example. If you don't know anything, and if someone is asking your opinion about, okay, interview process actually, what will be your salary? So salary, if you are going to have for some position, you don't know exactly what salary you will get. So you will just see that for that position what are the different salary structure they have, and then on an average you will get same salary. Correct? So
Yes.
basically your prediction is nothing but the mean values. So here also we don't know what will be the resale value of my car. So based on that I will say that okay, on an average this will be mean values actually. What for others they are getting, I will get the mean of this. So mean values I am taking as a reference prediction, and we will see what will be the, if my prediction is mean values, what will be my root mean square values. Okay, so for this regression problem we are going to have a matrix, something called root mean square actually. Okay, y minus y predicted the whole square, and take the underscore of under or root of that will give you root mean square. Okay, so that metric we are going to monitor it. So if my model gives better than the base root mean square values, better result compared to root mean square error, so we'll say that my model is good, doing good job actually compared to the mean model. So we'll say that my model is better than mean model. Mean model always predict the mean values. So how we are going to do base prediction is nothing but we take the target values and get the mean of the target and get the values actually. So if we want to see that what is the base prediction, so basically what is the mean values of target. So this is nothing but 10,730. Okay, 10,730. So base prediction, always we are going to predict same thing actually, irrespective of feature. We'll say that same thing. So you can go and see base predictor actually. That variable definitely base prediction. See, okay. So always we are predicting same value is in respect to a feature actually. And then what we are going to do now, we have prediction. So we have test data, and this is base prediction. We'll go and see that what is the root mean square error. This is nothing but the 3559. Okay. So what is inference of this root mean squared actually? So if let's say I am predicting a values x, okay, So what will be my actual values? I am predicting, let's say X. What will be the error in my prediction, or where the my actual prediction will lie? Sorry, actual values will lie. So base root mean square, you can just understand in layman terms, this is nothing but your prediction error. Okay. So actually what we want, exactly what we want, my error had to be reduced. My prediction error had to be reduced actually, or minimized. Correct. Or it had to be 0. If I am predicting 100 rupees, the price has to be 100 rupees only. And if my error of prediction, if I say my error of prediction is 5 rupees, means my actual values will lie between 105 to 95. Understand? Have you understood this? What this root mean square error in layman term? Basically, this is your error in prediction. You are predicting something, so prediction come with error. So that is, the error is nothing but the, just think it about root mean square error. That error is, so if you are predicting x value, x plus minus root mean square values, where the actual values will lie.
Okay, sir.
Understood or not? Those who have
Yes.
not understood, please let me know. Mohit Kumar. Where is Mohit here? So anyone have to go to office? Does anyone have night shift? Please let me know, yeah. Please stop me.
No,
I
sir.
want I want to finish it, so that since we have started late today, we'll just move on. We'll stress today. Okay. So another way is, we have to scale our data. I have told you, for random forest you don't have to scale your data, but good practices are you scale your data for any algorithm. Like if you want to train a neural network, what we are going to learn in after some class, so you have to scale your data. If you want to learn any algorithm based on the optimization, we solve optimization problem to estimate either hyperplane or any parameters actually, then you have to scale your data actually. Otherwise it will lead to your what you call the mm, it will not lead to the optimal point. It will go and stuck somewhere. So it maybe you will have some local estimate. Okay. So better to have best practices. That's why you let scale the data, no issue. So we are going to have a standard scalar here. So just you say scalar is equal to standard scalar. Basically you are calling an object here, which is standard scalar, and then you are fitting x train actually. So what it is doing is, from the x train it is going to get the information about your, what will be the mean and standard deviation. Okay. So just if you say fit dot x train, it will go and get that information from x train, and then that information they are going to use to transform your data, x train data. Okay. So here train x and test x. Okay, train x and train y will go for model building, and test x and test y will go for model validation. So here we have transformed our data, train x. Similarly you have to transform your test x, but you have to use same scalar object to transform. Basically you have to use same training set, mean and sigma, to transform your test x. So now you have train X and test X transformed one. So what will be the mean and what will be the variance of this train X and test X? Can anyone tell? So what will
0,
be
1.
the mean? 0 and 1, correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we'll do this. So standard scalar. And then now we are going to build a random forest. Very good. We are the place where we have to build a random forest model. So first you have to call this method and then you just train with 100 number of tree. Okay. And other hyperparameter it will take as a default. If you ask me why I select 100, I will say that is just my random guess. That's all. You have so database modeling, you have to iteratively train your model. You see exactly how it performs with certain parameter and try to improve this with the change of parameter. You have to change multiple times to do it. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. So RF is your variable, or you can say this is going to be an object, and random forest is your model, and regressor is like we are solving a regression problem. N estimator is how many trees we have it in forest. So we are saying that we want 100 trees to be in forest, and random state is again to just what you call make things to make it repeatable. Otherwise, you will have one model now, second model after some time. Whenever you run, your model will change. Okay, we have defined an object, and then we have to use this to feed train X, train Y, and dot Ravel actually. Since it is a univariate, Y is nothing but your scalar that a single column. You have to use Ravel to create a single vector actually. If you don't do it, Python will complain actually. See, this is very simple actually. Always, whichever algorithm you will do, you just call it and then do only fit train X and train Y. That's all you have to do. Very simple to do it in Python. Understood?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So your model is now ready actually. We have learned lots of concept, and modeling is now within 1 minute we have built a model actually. And then we have to do the prediction. You have made a model. Now with the help of test X actually, this is nothing but your unseen data. You use rf.predict to make prediction. Okay, and then what we want to check here, again we will check whether my model is better than mean baseline model or not. How do we do? So baseline, we know that what is the mean square error. What is modeling error in baseline model is 3559. So if we are going to reduce this error, we are good to go. Correct.
Yes.
So now we will go and check what is my root mean square error. So now from 3500 it reduced to 1201. It is huge the improvement actually. So random forest able to make huge impact. Correct. It reduce your error by half, more than half actually. Any doubt? So random forest also give you which are the important feature actually. So we'll go and see actually which are the important feature. So we cannot see it from this because it will just give you number. What we want to see it with the column actually. Then you will see. So higher the coefficient, it will be more important. So what it turned out be age has highest impact among all feature actually, and that is our notion also that car have the higher age will have lesser price. Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
And this also we can get it from here. So we can do one more thing actually. Feature importance we have done. Then what we will do? So what we have done here, so random forest will give you what are the importance of this feature actually, what are the feature and corresponding importance. Then what we have done here, we have just created a data frame. We have kept all feature and importance and created a data frame actually. So doing some sorts of manipulation or operation using data frame is easier. What I feel is easier, that's why I put it here. I put it in. I see some background noise. I don't know from where it is coming. Okay. I have created this feature importance, and then this is a data frame. I have given the name also, the name of the data frame. This is column name. So this is feature and this is importance. Okay. And now we will sort it by descending order. So we will say ascending equal to false. So age seems to be have higher impact followed by kilometer, wage, HP and CC. Okay. And the way we have also find that matte color automatic does not have much impact, and it came out as a from the model also. And this is the important question actually anyone ask, whether you are doing experiment, you are doing anything, they ask which are the important feature, whether all feature whichever feature you have considered for model building all has equal importance or equal weight, and which are the important feature actually. So this because they want to reduce the experiment, why unnecessarily they will do experiment which does not have impact on desired output. Okay. So what we'll do is, there are how many features we had actually, do you remember? So we had 10 features. Okay. So out of 10 features, what we'll do is we'll only take the top 5 feature and see whether if I am going to only build model with this feature, top 5 feature, whether how much accuracy we are going to get it, whether how much my model will get deteriorate actually, or we will have improvement in our model prediction. We want to just see actually. So this time what we are going to do, we are not going to select all 5 feature, all sorry 10 feature. We'll just sub select 5 feature and rebuild the model and see that whether the accuracy has increased or decreased. If it decreased, then how much it decreased actually. Correct? Shall we do?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you people enjoying it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how long we would need now?
How long
Yeah, class.
do you want to go?
Yeah,
Just 15 minutes.
okay, sir. Okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. So what we have to do is we have to create another instance of random forest, and we will use that to see and input for that random forest will be sub-selected feature, not going to have all feature actually. Since we want to compare with same forest actually, so we have kept same number of tree in forest. Okay, so you just say n estimator is equal to 100. We have to go and select top 5 feature only. So how we are going to select is, you'll go say that feature importance, that is nothing but our data frame, and say that give me top 5 feature and dot index. Basically we want to get the index because we have kept x as an array actually. That's why we have to do it. Otherwise we can extract, if x is in a data frame, same thing we can use using feature name of the column actually. Since it is a array, we have to use index, column index, to get the important feature. So we can go and look this variable actually. So 4, 7, 1 and 9 and 5. So these are the position of age, kilometer, weight, HP and CC. So we'll go and get the x data. Train x will say that get me x with this important feature position. Okay, it will give me x. Similarly, we'll get test x, and then we will fit our model. Once we fit our model, we will make prediction, and then we'll once we have prediction now, we'll go and compare with the root mean square error, and that is the thing. So 1197 actually. So it has improved actually. Okay, it slightly improved our model. Okay, boss.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think we'll stop now. Hyperparameter tuning, we'll see it on Monday. But make sure you people run this code, understand this code. I will ask you to do something.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like you are getting in console, you are getting input and output, like no. Why I'm not getting like that?
What you
Also,
are?
sir, I am sir. Same with me,
Like
sir.
there is a like there is in line 49, RF root mean square error most important. You get a output, right? 1197.49157, right? Why
Yeah.
I'm not getting, why I'm not getting that?
What you are getting? Tell me.
Nothing. I'm only that line, that line
So
49.
basically, your console, you are not getting your console actually. You have to start your console. Where can you share your? Those who have to leave can leave actually. I will just figure it out why he is not getting. Just can you share your screen? I am just stopping here. Those who want to leave now, you just leave. I have to see exactly what he is not getting.
Sir, I'm connecting through laptop, sir. Can you give me 1 minute?
Yeah, yeah. I will give you. So you have to connect it before starting of this class.
No, sir, I was using my phone.
No, boss, you cannot use your phone for case study and all. That's too bad.
No, sir. Actually, by seeing and typing means we have to change the screen. That's why I was using phone and then through. Okay, sir. I'm doing. Give me a second.
Yeah. Open your spider first. Yeah, please leave actually. Those who want to leave, na, please leave. Since we have started late today, na, so I have just extended it. You are getting it, boss. You are saying you are not getting it. So wherever print is there, you are just getting it.
Sir, the output value.
Sir, it's in language form, sir. We are not getting like input, output, and we are not able to identify the things.
So this hyperparameter is so what do you want to get it in console? You just run that line, you will get it. Run any line, you just run. Go and run root mean square line number root mean square thing. You will get it in console. Is it still running your code? Go down, go down, go down. Still it is running, it seems.
Yes,
Go
sir.
down. Still it is running, boss. You will not get anything unless it stop running. Okay, I didn't run this part actually.
So what should I do, sir, to stop running
Nothing.
this, sir?
You just run it, you will get best model actually. If you want to close it,
Avnish,
na,
it will take 1 or 2 minutes. It will take only 1 or 2 minutes.
so if you want to close this, na, just do Control C. Go to console and just do Control C. It will just close it. It will come out.
Simply, sir, new console, sir. I am taking a new console. Then,
Yeah, see, you came out, but actually you have closed all this thing actually. Yes, you run up to
so
this.
let's begin for a new answer. Let's begin for a new.
This Nand Kumar is waiting for last 2 days actually, for so long time. Yeah. Yes. Go down. Go down. Again, you have run all code actually. You have run code, so you will let it run. Wait. I will tell you where you have to make change. N estimator equal to 400 N estimator. So this N iter is equal to 100, verbose state equal to 1, verbose equal to 12, previously N iter is equal to. So if you want to, okay, anyway you are running it. Now, if you want to run it quickly, you have to do N iter is equal to, you have to reduce your grid size. N iter is equal to, you have to make changes in line number 189.
Line number 189.
Go to line number 189.
Okay, sir. NumPy dot travel.
No. Go down. Go down. I think I have made some changes. That's why this happened. Go down.
That's last, sir.
That's all.
Yes, sir. It's complete by 225. And till 197, all code ends, sir.
Sir, is there any other way to run this selection only? I think it is running the whole program when we
That's
are
why.
hitting run.
That's why I'm saying now. You just go select whichever part you want to run, and then you do that, click right mouse, and then do this. You select and then do run sale actually. Right click and then first you select whichever line do you want to run, and then do run sale. Yes, if you want to, yes, if you want to run this, run that. Yeah, finish now. Arey boss, you
Again, he ran the whole program.
I think again you are running same thing here. You just check actually how to do it. You go move this side. You move. You do right click. No, you select one line. You select one line. Go to data dot. Go print function. You just line number. You select line number 38. Yes. Do right click. Do right click. Do right click. Do you have
Yes, sir, I
some?
have done it.
Do right click. Na that thing will dialog box will come.
Yes, sir, it came, sir.
I didn't see actually.
There are options like run cell and advance, rerun or save.
Yes. Yes. So what you have to run sale you have to do. You have to do run sale and the thing will get printed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Doing the same thing, but it is taking the entire program. We are doing run cell only, but it is taking the entire program.
So you are doing run sale and it is taking entire program. Okay.
Yes, sir,
You are
yes, sir.
using is
Same with me, sir, again.
Python 3.8. You just check actually. It may be they have made some changes in Spider 3.8. I am using 3. Earlier version. Okay. You just see how to run how to select line and run it. I think that is very easy actually. You don't have to do much. Okay, you figure it out and share with class. What is your name? Raja Vinis 68. Very
Sir,
good.
it's Avnish, sir. It's
Very
Avnish,
good.
sir. Avnish Raj.
It will run here if you do properly now it will run. And it may happen also that they have changed something it in this version and I am not aware about it. Okay. But what I used to do it, if I have to do run particular cell, I will select that particular line and then do run sale actually. That's all I have to do. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Okay, bye. Good night, guys. I thought we'll finish this. Are you people enjoying or that's all? You are just. Are you people enjoying this class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you enjoy, then only you will learn. Okay, I will ask you to make some function. I will test. I will take some test also. Just
Sir, I
go
had
through it.
called
I will just give you
control.
hint. I will give you some hint actually. I will ask you to make a predict function which will take Excel, which will take input from an Excel and produce output. Okay. So you have to just think actually how to write function. Okay. Okay, boss.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Read
Good night.
underscore X. Okay.
Pardon?
Read underscore Excel, and at the end, in place of CSV, we will use XLSS. XLXS.
So idea is, see, I will give you pre-trained model. Okay, you have to utilize this pre-trained model. We have trained this model, correct? So what I will do is I will save this model, and I will ask, and I will give you this model to you. I will ask you to use this model, and I will give you one instant, actually one input, and you have to tell me exactly what output you are getting. So you have to give me price of that car.
Okay.
And do one thing here. How do you like programming? Do you want to make some app actually?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why not?
Huh?
Yes, sir.
I will give you some hint, and but you have to work actually. I don't have to work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will do my. Yes, sir. I will do my best.
So if you are interested, now you just start looking something called Streamlit.
Streamlit.
Streamlit, something called Streamlit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what we'll do now, we will serialize this model, means we'll save this pre-trained model, and we'll create the input box, and what you called this UI will create. You just select things like whether it is metallic color or whatever, and then it will give you what will be the price of car. I think that will be fun.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So instead of giving it in Excel, you do it in Streamlit. That will be fun, I think.
Okay.
Okay, just see actually how to do it, and it will be fun. Then you deploy, you can actually show all this thing to your manager that you have developed an app.
Okay.
Okay, boss, bye.
Okay.
Sir, my means that program has already run. Can you see? I am sharing my screen. Just a second, sir. Sir, can you see
Yes,
my sir? Can you see my screen?
yes.
See the program run entirely, and then I got no output. So I'm getting a line 8.
What do you want?
So the
Which
output,
output do
like,
you want?
so this one root mean square error.
Go and search it in variable actually. You will get it. Root mean square
So
error is there.
see, it is there. See, I'm clicking,
Yeah.
but I'm getting nothing. I'm trying to click.
No. That is array actually. You just slightly move your this slider. Yes. No. Don't do that. This slider you move it in right hand side.
Right hand side. Okay.
X axis slider. Don't move. Yes. This is there. Na.
Okay. Yes.
Values are there. If
So,
you don't want, what you do, do print. You write print. You copy that that variable.
okay.
Copy that variable.
This one.
Yes, what root me that variable anyway defined here in editor, na?
Yes,
No,
sir.
don't copy like this actually. You just
From where?
yes, you just copy that variable name only, not entire function. Yes, up to that. Copy.
Oh.
Why you are not able to copy? Control C you do. Control C you do. Control C.
Done, sir. Done.
Yeah. Do print. Do print
Here
in
only.
console. No. Go to console actually.
Okay.
In 8 is there, na? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Print, open bracket,
And
print,
open bracket.
open bracket. Yes. Paste. Control B. and then close your bracket. Then now you see what you are getting.
I think, sir. Yeah, yes. Now I'm
Nothing.
getting.
See, you
No,
have
no,
to
sir.
wait. Boss.
Sir, now I got.
Got it, na?
Yes, sir.
And this is not right way to present result actually. You
Okay,
have
sir.
to round it up to only 2 or 3 digits, not entire thing. That and all you have to learn.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. So if you do round function, na, round, then this comma 2, it will give up to 2 decimal. Okay. So there is
Okay.
something called round. But
Okay, sir.
anyway, that you will learn. So what I
Okay.
want you people to see it, make a app actually.
Yes, sir.
I will show up to how to do serialization. Deserialization means you have to how to save your model. Up to that I will tell, and then app you have to making, and that will contain 10 marks. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, boss. Good
Okay,
night.
sir. Bye, sir. Good
Okay.
night, sir.
Good night.